Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are here with Essex once again. I believe my third race for them. Glad to be back again. I am going to be solo this time. I'm Jonathan Salas, if you don't know. Your host for tonight. Like I said, going to be solo. No co-commentators with me tonight, but this is still going to be a really fun race. We are here tonight at Darlington. This is race 8 of 12 in the season, so really excited to see how this one will go. It's a tight track, tough to pass. Gonna be some close quarter racing, and excited to get underway with this one. Prad did take the pole for tonight over Daniel Rodriguez in the 60s, so already some points gained for him. He's looking to extend his points lead over Jack Merkel, who is not here tonight, so really good chance here for Dunn to gain some crucial points on Jack and kind of put a cushion between them in case anything goes wrong. You know, if he DNFs, he'll have a whole race between them just for cushion. So yeah, I'm sure Dunn is happy about that and happy that he seems to be the fastest car so far. Like I said, he got the pole by just about a 10th over Daniel Rodriguez. So I mean, already a pretty good start for him, but we will get going here in just a minute.
Driver, start your engine!
There is the command to fire engines. All these drivers waiting and ready to go. I believe we have 20. I think it's 20 flat tonight. You have LaPrade and Rodriguez on the front row as pace car pulls off a bit early. Vega and Gunther. Then it's Armstrong, Amaya, Corioth, and Delgado the third. Then there's Miles Fox. I totally forget who's in the 11. My apologies. Still getting accustomed to all the drivers, but coming to the line here to start this race off, Dunlaprad takes the green. Oh, we've already got a wreck in the back. That's Mather and Spradling. I think that's going to be a restart, just seeing that it was immediate. And yeah, it is going to be. And let me take this moment to do something with the ticker real quick while they wreck it up. Alrighty, sorry about that, but we are back. And they're going to try that one more time. Not sure what happened there. Didn't get a chance to see. Apologies for the ticker issues. But I saw Mather and Spradling in the back there turned around. So obviously something went wrong. But the 11 is Kenneth Miller. I found out. So just had to get that correct. Apologies to him. I don't know why I forgot. A little lapse in judgment there. But so yeah, like I was saying, we were at Miller here in the 11. Then it's Cameron McElrath in the 25, Crystal Bennett in the 84, Brazen Rodriguez in the 66, Connor Spradling in the 16, Cole Madden in the 47, and then the row behind him, as there's a gap there, you can see Noah Dagenhart in the 29, Cameron Jameson in the 31, and Jarrett Grava in the 6. I'm going to do my best to pronounce his name correctly tonight, but I always end up saying Gravoy or Gravois, something like that. So apologies to him. Saw a bit of a checkup there on the outside. Rodriguez didn't get going on the start, but we're going to try this one more time. Dylan Pratt's on pole. I believe they only had one forgiven restart, so if anything happens this time, it is likely to be a caution. Field coming to the green. And we're rolling once again here. Darlington, big wheel spin again from pretty much everybody. McElrath all the way to the inside. He's ducking down. Not sure if he had an issue or was just getting out the way. LaPrade takes an early lead. He's clear up through 1 and 2. Rodriguez almost clipping the wall, but he's settled in the second. A little bit farther back, we still have some battles. A couple cars hitting the wall there. Mather and Bennett, 2 of those that hit the wall. Oh, a little bit of smoke up ahead, and there's a wreck. Rodriguez is around with Dakota Vega. They'll tangle. Oh, the other Rodriguez is in it as well. He gets spun around there. Caution will be out for the first time tonight. In a very unique first wreck. That was a bit of a weird one, but LaPrade does continue to lead. Rodriguez again got wrecked, so second place is now Nick Gunther, and then Zach Armstrong up to third. He's had some strong runs in a couple different leagues recently. OCC League I run, as well as Essex and a couple other leagues. He's been doing strong lately, so looking to see if he can have a podium finish, top 5, something along those lines tonight. Like I said earlier, it'll be tough to pass, so if you have track position and you're able to hold it, it'll be good for you. As long as you don't make a mistake, you'll be set to keep that track position. I believe pit road was open that time. Yes, it is. Have a couple cars coming down. Not too many, though. So while they do that, let's take a look at what happened. I am very curious. I looked back and all of a sudden I saw smoke. Rodriguez was in the wall, and then Vega. So let's see. On board with Vega here, going into 3. Rodriguez just gets sideways. Vega kind of locks on to him like a target, and then they go around. And Vega then gets clipped. Weird net code. Racing Rodriguez spins around as well. So looks like not much damage done to these guys. I don't think anything major. But we'll go on board with the 66 of Frazen. We saw him duck down there for a sec, and then, yeah, just gets hit. Oh, and then he got hit from behind. I believe that was Victor Delgado that got him. But again, I bet he doesn't have much damage, if any. And hopefully he's able to get back out there. Most of those guys already coming up off of pit road, so don't believe we'll be taking the green this time, but I may be wrong. The last car, Daniel Rodriguez, he is on the backstretch now, as LaPrade is through 4. Maybe they will be able to go. We'll see. Nah, it doesn't look like it. Next time it is. Now everybody caught up. $74 lap race we have here. Funny enough, that is the number of the leader right now, but just after seeing that first lap crash, it's got me thinking how impatient these guys can get. And you know, this is a race and a track that you're gonna definitely have to learn to be patient. Got about 30-second lap times with 74 laps, so about 37 to 40 minutes if it goes fully green. If you have cautions, it could be a whole lot longer. And you know, I don't think anybody really wants the race to take super long. So definitely a track where you got to learn to be patient. Got to take your time, especially when you're passing people. Rushing it lap 1 on a restart isn't going to do you any good. And you could see with how much wheel spin those guys had on the initial start, not even the restart, the initial start, the amount of wheel spin just showed how easy it is to lose it at this track. Not even that it's just a tough passing track, it's a tough track to drive. So we're going to see how these guys go. If they can get a run going, it'll be interesting to see how they do throughout the run. But looks like we will be going green this time. LaPrade leads him back to green. We're rolling once again. Smooth 1 and 2 from mostly everybody. This time, again, single file, so a little bit less to worry about in terms of door-to-door action, but none as we go into turn 3. Victor Delgado peeking on Kenneth Miller. Braden Coriat look like he got the wall. They're going to be 3 wide here, and Coriat spins. He's around. We got another wreck, folks. Caution is going to come back out. Dakota Vega in it. Cole Mather you saw. About 4 cars in this, and another wreck will bring us back under caution once again. Nothing has changed up front or out back that we had at wreck, so we'll see what happened again here, as it looked like just a slip up from the 69 of Koryath. He got out of shape and then he got pinned 3 wide as they were already 2 wide behind him. And if Miller was going to have to either completely back out and lose positions or try and go for it, but we're going to be on board with Kenneth Miller here in the 11. Going into 3, he's got Victor Delgado on his inside, so he can't really go too much farther down, and then he just kind of gets into Koryath right there, spins himself as well. Cole Mather at it, and then there's Dakota Vega hitting him from behind. Take a look at Cole Mather's on board to see what happened with him. I'm interested. There's the wreck in front of him. Gets into the 11 a little bit, avoids it. Oh, and then just kind of self-spun. He had it avoided, overcorrected back to the right, and sadly. But, again, no damage for him. I think the only one who might have damage is Dakota Vega and Braden Coria. As that 51 to hit the 69 in the back decently, but I'd assume nothing too bad as you see a couple of them coming off pit road right now. Mather being the first of those. Of that group at least, not the first off pit road. It's funny, I was just talking about being patient, and then these guys go in and they're not patient. Not to rag on anybody, but definitely a situation that could have been avoided. Whether it's the 22 backing out, the 11 backing out, 69. Not much he could have done there. I think I put it more on the other two, but things happen. It's racing, and we'll see if we can have a different result this next restart, as single file definitely helps in minimizing the wrecks, but they definitely still happen. So have to see how everybody decides to race after these first 2 early cautions. Are people going to be a little more mindful about pushing so hard early on or not? Because that's actually the second wreck we had caused by someone else, or like the car in front basically walling themselves or half spinning themselves. Both wrecks caused by that, and then others just getting into them. So really, these wrecks have been caused by self mistakes that lead to impacting more cars. We'll see if they can clean that up. Just a couple driver errors, but like I said, nothing's changed up front. Dylan LaPrade in the 74 still leads, and it's Nick Gunther in the 55, Zach Armstrong in the 15, Sebastian Amaya in the 13, and Miles Fox in the 42. Rounds out your top 5 for Soda City Racing. He's making a good start to this race in that 42 car. He wanted to switch numbers. I saw it earlier. Wanted to switch to the 001, but that was denied. So he's still in that 42 car and looks really good tonight. Don't know what it's a throwback to, but it is a really good looking car, and he's going to see if he can bring it home, hopefully in the top 5 tonight. But we are going to be going back green this time. Then LaPrade, your leader. And we're back green one more time. See if they can keep it clean this time. Already looks like Victor Delgado to the inside of Dakota Vega. They're going to be 2x2 going into turn 1, as well as Daniel Rodriguez going forward and on Jarrett Grava. Oh, Miles Fox in the wall. Can he get out of it? That's the question. No, he cannot, and that's another huge crash. Humongous one on the backstretch, folks. The 66 of Fraser Rodriguez got into him, nowhere to go. And that was a 6-7 car wreck. I couldn't even count. Wow, that was a big one. Connor Spradling in the 16. Crystal Bennett in the 84. Obviously the 66 of Rodriguez. Ton of other cars. That was massive. It's like the low taper fade meme. And again, that was another wreck caused by impatience and someone putting themselves on the wall and someone else having nowhere to go. So yeah, let's take a look at that real quick. That was interesting to see. And here's on board with Brazen Rodriguez. You see just he's lifting. There's just not much he can do there. That's a really tough situation for him to be in, and all these guys. But that was really caused by, again, the 42 just walling himself on accident. Here's Cole Mather in the 47. He was a couple cars behind this, but yeah, it was just a huge stack up. The 51, 16, 47, and 11, they all got stacked up in that after the 66 hit, and that just caused that humongous chain reaction. So again, very unfortunate, but another wreck caused by impatience early in this run. Now, here come the cars down pit road. Pretty much everyone that was involved in that wreck is coming down pit road. Dakota Vega, the first of them. Cole Mather, you saw, had some decent rear end damage. They may take his rear bumper off. The 16 and 11 and 66 all have pretty good right side damage, and then the 84 does not seem to have any visible damage. Not from what I can see. No, not really. So she may be all right. She was in that wreck, and you saw pinned up against the wall, but hopefully the damage on all these guys isn't too bad. It can definitely impact how the car handles at these big, larger tracks. I believe Darlington's 1.5. I may be way off on that, but I believe Darlington's 1.5. So bigger track is going to be more aero dependent, and they did cut off the rear bumper of Cole Mather, unfortunately. So he's definitely going to be suffering from an ill handling car for the rest of this race, as well as not as great in the draft, but that is unfortunate for him. Noah Dagenhart has jumped up to 4th after all that, so making his return to the at 5th. Sorry, I can't count. Making his return to the league, already in the top 5. Daniel Rodriguez, after being in that first caution, is back up to 6th, and Jarrett Grava is in 7th right there with him. And I like that 6th, that Procore. It looks real nice. So one of my what's the word? I won't say favorite. It's definitely not my favorite, but one of the schemes I take a liking to in the field tonight. The other one of those is probably Dakota Vega's Quaker State. I ran a car similar to that in another league. Actually, it was that exact car in another league I ran. I think I was the 14 in that league. 14 or 41, I can't remember, but I mean, it looks good with any number. The only thing he changed was the gold rims. I didn't have those. I just had the normal black ones. So little extra touch. Can't say if I can't tell if I like it or not, but yeah, it's hard to say. It looks good. It's just a little too much gold maybe, because I think I had the roof number as white instead of gold as well. So he took the gold to another level. But either way, everybody's back gridded up. Ignore me rambling about schemes. Same leader as always. He has led all, I believe it's 10 laps we've done so far. I can't even count. I can't keep count, but he's led all that we've done so far predominantly. Not that there's been much green flag racing at this point. It's been mostly cautions, but maybe that'll change this time. We'll see. Coming back to the green. And they're off once more. It was 11 laps. Make that 12 for done. So good on him. He's led a lot so far. Already, Daniel Rodriguez going for a position on Noah Dagenhart. Can't get that move to stick. They're side by side back here. That's Koryath and Grava. Oh, Cole Mather way down to the inside. Looked like he got a bit out of shape. Gonna merge back up and be fine, thankfully. Oh, and Amaya in the wall. Another car putting themselves in the wall. Can everybody get around him? Yes. And that is our first fully green flag lap. So hats off to the drivers. You guys did it. Now let's see if they can keep that up. Again, you see a couple of the damaged cars farther back there. But back up front, Dunlop Prad. Zach Armstrong has gotten around Nick Gunther. Nick Gunther is gone. Oh, and as I'm saying that, Eric Grava goes around in the 6th. Oh, Amaya will hit him. Oh, and that's another caution. Amaya, Miles Fox, and the 11 of Kenneth Miller all got in that one. And actually, sorry, I pressed the button preemptively, but I think they're going to keep it green here. They may be on a caution cooldown. Nick Gunther, I believe, has fallen now. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I believe he's fallen out. So unfortunate, but he was going to drop down the order a bit. So, and yes, I believe they are on caution cooldown. So apologies for the incorrect flag. We stay green for now. Zach Armstrong is in the wall a little bit. He bounced off it, managed to not get stuck in it. That's really what you don't want to do, is get stuck in the wall, because that'll really kill you and kill your speed. Daniel Rodriguez still looking for fourth, that is. Or sorry, third. I can't even count anymore. Since Gunther fell out. That is now third that Noah Dagenhart's in, and Daniel Rodriguez wants that position. Last car in this pack is Cameron Jamison. He is currently 7th. And it's a pretty decent gap. There is Gunther. He is back rolling once again and will most likely get his last back if there's a caution, which, seeing how it's gone so far, is likely. But there's the 13, 11, and 6, all three involved in that last wreck that did not bring on a caution. It was Miles Fox who was slowed up a bit, but Crystal Bennett and Friesen Rodriguez with Connor Spradling, little 3-car pack here. This is 9th, 10th, and 11th. Mathers on an island in 8th. And then again, Jameson, the last car in the lead pack, 7th, and he is barely hanging on to them. So still out front is Dunlaprad. Again, he's led every lap thus far, so he's looking to continue what he's doing. It will be coming up on the first lap car. That's Jarrett Grava. And he was the one who spun and got into a couple cars. So tires are definitely not where they want it, where he wants them to be right now. And I'm sure you'll see that in the speed differential. Here comes LaPrade going for the move. Had to back out of it there. Thought about going for it and exited 2. That was too sketchy, and he backed out. Here comes Zach Armstrong now. He's right on the bumper of this 74 car. First real contender he's had all race. And here comes Daniel Rodriguez. He's going to fly by these guys. They were all checking up for the 6. Rodriguez says, thank you very much. I'll take those spots. Oh, a bit of warp. Oh, not sure if that's me or the server. Almost a warp wreck into the leader there. That 6 almost warped into the 74, but Rodriguez will take 3rd for now. Oh, some more warp. Rodriguez into the wall again. Victor Delgado is going to go by, and he's going to get in 3rd. Dagenhart drops 2 positions into 5th. And these guys are still trying to get around the 6. Oh, Zach Armstrong with the lockup into turn 1. These guys are really struggling to get around the 6. The 15 will be the second to clear them. Here comes the 22, that's Delgado. And they're finally starting to learn how to get around him, but boy, was that sketchy. '60 will clear as well. Here comes the 29 of Dagenhart. Then the last 2 in the pack, Braden Corioth and Cameron Jamison. As of right now, the 6 of Grava is the first car lap down and would get the lucky dog. Nick Gunther would get... sorry, I forgot. Essex does not do lucky dog. Sorry, I'm still used to other leagues' rules, but no lucky dog here. Every lap car gets 1 lap back. I'm assuming that does not apply for Nick Gunther since he fell out, so he will most likely be lead lap. And I believe caution's out. Something happened. Yeah, Cameron Jamison. He's around. You see everybody slowing up. Caution is out for the 4th time today. Caution cooldown had ended. Wow. So we're most likely going to see the guys come down pit road this time. This will be their first pit stop of the day for most of the leaders, at least, who haven't been in a wreck so far. Yeah, we'll take a look what happened to Jameson after the pit stops here. I believe pit road will be open this time. Possibly not. I still have a couple cars catching up. Nope, it is open. And here they come. Brad does have the first stall advantage, so he is most likely going to come out first as he's coming in first and has that pit stall advantage. So, assuming he doesn't miss his box or anything drastic like that, he'll be coming out in the lead. But see the drivers begin to turn into their boxes. Yeah, Jameson seems to be the only one with damage. I think I see Bennett back there. Maybe has right side damage, but not much, if any. I believe it's going to be 4 tires for most of these guys. We'll see, but yes, it is. Not taking 4 tires at this point in the race would be a bit crazy, but out first is Dunn LaPrade, Zach Armstrong, Victor Delgado, Daniel Rodriguez jumps Cole Mather, and Braden Corioth. It's Connor Stradling. Noah Dagenhart lost a few positions there. He's going to drop back. While they're coming off of pit road, let's go see what happened to bring out that caution. Oh boy. And I'm seeing it as it happens. It was the lap car, the 6 of Grava. 31 hit the wall, 6 got into him, and then they both spun. So a 2-car incident that will bring out the caution. Unfortunate. Only 2 caught up in the wreck, thankfully, so not a bigger one, but do the track. I don't believe they'll be going green this time. Yeah, had a couple wave round cars. Grava, well, I won't say a couple. It's just him, but he will get the wave around despite being in that wreck. Just with the way their rules are, he still gets a lap despite being in that wreck. So it didn't seem intentional at all. It's just very unfortunate that timing. He got in the wreck and then was a lap down, but yeah, it was just simple mistake, pretty easy to make, but 31 got in the wall, car right behind him on his bumper. 9 times out of 10, a wreck like that's gonna happen. So no blame to the 6, just hard racing. But now you see the 31, the second car with his bumper taken off, the other one being Cole Mather. Yeah, so looking at the field, yeah, those are the only 2 with their bumpers taken off. Cole Mather is still sitting in 5th, so despite all that, he had a pretty good pit stop. Again, Noah Dagenhart lost 2 positions. He's back in 8th now. Got jumped by Corioth, Spradling, and Mather, and dropped back to 8th. So good pit stops from those 3, or just a really poor one from the 29. But either way, looks like we are going to be going green this time. Dunn LaPrade's still out front. He's done pretty much a perfect race at this point. And he's going to take the green once again. Apologies for the sideways. There we go. Sideways ticker. I don't know what's happening with that. But Victor Delgado trying to hold on to that P3 over Daniel Rodriguez, who's been making some pretty aggressive moves on the restarts. Tried to make another one on Delgado there, but still single file throughout the field right now. Nick Gunter, the only one side by side. He's going for it on the 11. He will get that spot. Oh, Cole Mathers sideways. Can he save it? He does, but now he's on the way on the bottom. That's not going to be an ideal corner entry. Oh, a couple cars in the wall. Crystal Bennett's around right in front of Sebastian Amaya. I believe Cole Mathers. No, he didn't spin. Nick Gunther did, as well as the 11 of Kenneth Miller. And that will bring out another caution. Unless they are on caution cooldown again. No, they're not. Okay, caution is out. Just double second guessing myself, sorry. But another unfortunate wreck. That looked like just Cole Mather getting out of shape. The Maya almost looped it. Oh, and he will. Trying to race it back to the caution. Yeah, it looked like Cole Mather almost looped it and did what Amaya just did. Coming out of 4, he saved it, but then he was way down on the bottom. Not an ideal corner entry, and then a couple other cars got scared and had to avoid him, but things happen. he will lose that fourth place spot, or yeah, fifth place. Sorry, he was in fifth. So Koriath up into the top five for the first time this race in the 69. Had a couple solid runs here and there at the All-Star race in North Wilkesboro. Got taken out on the last lap by the 13, but still made it in through the fan vote. So he's had some good runs here and there, but he's looking to have another one. We have a couple cars pitting. 60 of Rodriguez and the 22 Delgado come in. We did just pit a few laps ago, but they're going to come back in maybe to get a little more fuel. Interesting strategy. Not many cars down pit road, or well, there's a few, but most of these guys were in the wreck. That was a pretty sizable wreck. Crystal Bennett looks to be the worst of them. She's got right side and rear bumper damage. Wonder if she's going to be the third car to have her bumper taken off. But while these guys are pitting, let's take a look at what happened. Here is Friesen Rodriguez on board. As you see, Miles Fox got up out of the groove, and then Bennett just spins it. Luckily, Rodriguez avoids. Yeah, there was matter. I thought he was spinning, but he managed to keep his wheels under him. You saw Bennett went around, and we're going to see Amaya's POV, who hit Crystal Bennett. So yeah, she hit the 42, went down, hit the 47, and then Amaya, with nowhere to go, gets into her. And there was a couple other cars, Gunther being one of them, who was in that wreck. We'll see what happened to him. How he got involved. And looks like just Selfspin. Oh, and you see in the back, Jarrett Grava. Hard hit into the 11. As they came through 1 and 2. 11 was checking up, and that 6 was not. This is on board with Kenneth Miller. Yeah, just gets absolutely shunted by the 6, unfortunately. Thrown up into the 84. And luckily, Crystal Bennett did not join the crew of having her bumper taken off. She will keep her bumper for now. And I believe we are going to be going green this time by, but very unfortunate. See if they can get a green run in this time, but wondering if they'll have to do another caution cooldown. Shout out to my boy Night Phobia in the chat. Supporting. Love you guys. Doing a little side gig of streaming, you know? Appreciate everybody watching the stream, commenting. Much appreciated. I enjoy this. Essex's been a great league to broadcast for. I've really enjoyed it so far. But Dunlop Brad once more. Can't even say how many times I said his name coming to the green, but he will take the green one more time. As we're almost at the halfway mark of this race. It'll be lap 37. We're on lap 32 right now. No side-by-side yet. A little bit of warp from Victor Delgado. He's been kind of slight warping all day. But Zach Armstrong looked like he got in the wall, and he still is. They're almost three wide entering turn 1. He's still up in that wall. Friesen Rodriguez saves it. Wow. He half spun, then almost got turned by Cole Mather. They're still almost wrecking. I don't know how everybody's alive right there. That was absolutely wild. Miles Fox and Nick Gunther. They managed to singlet it out. And that was crazy. I'm appalled that nobody spun or wrecked in anything there. Rodriguez is going to take the spot from Delgado. That is for, I believe, 7th? No, that was for sixth. Apologies. Up into sixth for the 60. Braden Corioth is up into second after, like I said, Zach Armstrong had some issues and that caught out the 60 and the 22. So Corioth is up into P2 with friend and league owner Connor Spradling right there in third. And just as I say that, he hits the wall. Now he's about to get passed by Zach Armstrong. Big wiggle into the corner. But that wasn't enough to keep that position. Zach Armstrong didn't have the best of corners, and now he's loose on exit. Noah Dagenhart looking to pounce, as well as Daniel Rodriguez. Armstrong will be forced to give it up. You do not want to go side by side, especially not on the bottom lane into turn one with this track, so made the wise decision to give it up. Here comes the 29. He's looking inside of the 16. That's for third. Big block into the turn from Spradling, but again, he will hold on to that position. Not sure if he's holding up this pack or what, but now here comes Dagenhart, another run, this time a bigger run. And him and Rodriguez will both get around the 16. Dunlaprad continues to lead, as he has done this whole race. Out back, we have a small little pack here. No one's really too far detached from the leaders. Farthest car back right now is Crystal Bennett. He's about 6 seconds off of the leader, but that is okay. Still got a lot of laps, a lot of chances to make this time up. And now side by side for fifth. That's Delgado going for it, and Spradling will once again let him have it. Not much fight from Spradling once the car gets beside him, but he still has right side damage, as you can see there. And pretty decent right side damage at that, so I'm sure he doesn't want to fight too hard and screw somebody else over. He was in that a couple of those wrecks earlier, so damage to him, but not race ending. Gunter looking for ninth. Brazen Rodriguez. Again, he fell out earlier, so still clawing his way back up after he was in that last wreck in turn 2, so still looking to make time up here. But right now he's stuck right at the border of the top 10. Almost 4 seconds back from the leader. And it's a pretty big gap back to Miles Fox, another 3-ish seconds. Garrett Grava, Kenneth Miller, and Crystal Bennett, with Sebastian Amaya and Cameron Jameson fill into that pack. But they're all kind of together. But front of their pack is about 3 seconds off the end of the main pack, so pretty decent gaps here. And you see the field beginning to spread out. And apologies, I missed it, but Coria seemed to have made a mistake somewhere up there, and he is down to fifth, that is now, behind Victor Delgado. Noah Dagenhart up in the second, but still nobody has had anything for Dunlaprad. He leads by just under a second over the 29. Daniel Rodriguez still sitting patiently in third. And we'll see who saved their stuff. You know, Darlington is a big track for tire wear, and it'll be interesting to see who saves their stuff the best. And who burned it up early in the run. We have a Phrasen supporter in the chat. Big shout outs to my boy. He is currently running 10th, just got passed by Nick Gunther. So. But still holding on to the pack. Again, he was in multiple of those earlier wrecks, so even if he doesn't have, you know, damage you can see on the outside, I bet he has damage, arrow damage that you can't see. So fight is on for 6th, 15 and 16. Bradley will hold on to it for now. Zach Armstrong got the wall, and he'll lose 2 spots from that. That 16, the 15 has been struggling to get by Spradley. Like I said earlier, once a car gets beside him, he's not really fighting them too hard. Gunther didn't have enough to get by him that time. But you can see the speed differential. I'm 5'7" for the record, not 5'5". Gotta give me those 2 inches, man. Pause. Gunther will get by the 16 with relative ease. Dagenhart still trying to track down LaPrade right now. Close the gap by about 2/10. And these top 2 are pulling away from 3rd, 4th, and back. About a second between 2nd and 3rd. Yeah, I'll take 5'6". That's fine. 5'7" might be pushing it. When I'm on my tippy toes. Air Maxes. This pack out back still pretty formed up together. Zach Armstrong's been struggling. Through that. Well, I don't have it out right now, so I guess I'm a few inches shorter because I don't have it, so sad days for me. Mather looking inside. Won't be able to put that move through. Ooh, and he'll get the wall added too. Armstrong have enough to get around him. He doesn't go for it. I'll sit behind that 47. Looks like side by side for 3rd. Wow, sorry, that's not 3rd at all. That's 5th. I'm way off in my counting, but Gunther will get past Korea. He's back into the top 5 again after falling out from, I believe he fell out from 2nd. He's now back up to 5th. Good drive through the field for him right now. But he's a good 4 seconds back from 2nd and 3rd of Daniel Rodriguez and Victor Delgado. And then they're another 2 seconds back from Noah Dagenhart and Dunn LaPrade. Dagenhart has closed up big on LaPrade. The gap down to 3/10. And caution is out. We have a caution on the racetrack. Zach Armstrong and Cole Mather looks like. You saw Armstrong had been struggling there for a bit. And now he is around on the front stretch, bringing out the 6th, I want to say, 6th caution of the day. Unfortunate. We'll take a look at what happened there since pits are closed this time by. And actually, it didn't look like it was Armstrong's fault at all. As Cole Mather gets the wall, starts spinning it, and Armstrong not much place to go. And he got tagged by the 66, so 2-car wreck that'll bring out the caution. Unfortunate for both those guys. But wow, I can't speak. Right now, we have 23 to go, so still plenty of time for them to make positions back up. As a couple cars have also retired. Pit road open this time. Dunlap leads them. We'll see if he can get another great pit stop off. He dusted everybody on the last one. Seeing if he can do it again. Dagenhart with the pit box much farther back, but he will once again get beat off pit road, lose another spot. This time to Daniel Rodriguez in the 60. 3 wide coming off pit road. I believe that was Grava and then Amaya, then Korea. But wow, what a tight fight off pit road. And like I said, Dagenhart lost another spot on pit road. Hasn't had the greatest of pit stops this race, but still sitting third. He began to close in on LaPrade on that last run, late in that run, but unfortunately the caution came out before he had a chance to get to the bumper of that 74. He has still led, I believe, every lap up to this point, so every other driver looking to make something happen and have a chance to contest that 74. He is too dominant right now. I'm not sure if we'll be going green this time. Everybody is caught up. They are not. He got juked. Thought they were going to be going green that time. No green. 60 has moved up into second though, like I said. Gunther fourth now. Got by Victor Delgado on pit road, so he is now closing in back to where he fell out from. Still not sure why the ticker moves down whenever we're under caution. Yet to figure out what causes that issue, but not too big a deal. You guys can tell. You can tell who's in what position, right? Right? Hope so. Anyways, we come to green this time. We will have 20 laps to go. We'll see if we can have a green flag run 20 laps to the end or not, but back to the green one more time. Dunlap leads him. Oh, and a big blink out in the back. I think I couldn't tell who that was, but maybe that's just my imagination. Let's see. Maybe it was Zach Armstrong. I don't know. Someone blinked there. A little bit of server warp as you can see, but no changes this lap. Side by side, though. That's Amaya and Grava. That was pretty close on corner ice. I thought they were going to get together. The 13 will move up into 7th place. Ooh, and big server warps coming out. That may be me. I think that's server. Oh, big lockup from Crystal Bennett. She's going to go around in front of a few cars. Saves it. I think they'll stay green there. Nobody else was really impacted. It was relatively a single car wreck. You saw her lock up there behind, I believe that was the 16. No, that's behind the 16. I don't even know who she was behind, but you saw her lock up and almost go fully around, but she luckily tacked the wall and kept it partially straight. So still a lot of racing to go in this racing race where people race. LaPrade has begun to pull away from second and third once again. It seems like early in these runs, he might be burning his stuff up a little more, hoping for a caution, because he seems to pull away earlier in the two runs we've had. Well, one in this run at least. Seems to begin pulling away, and then at the end of the last run, Dagenhart reeled him in, so we'll see if that will continue this run if they go all the way to the end. Again, it was a 20-lap run from when they took the green. Right now we are at 16 to go. Just a quick look through the field. Not much else has changed in the last few laps. Only 2 DNS right now. As you can see, bottom of the ticker. Cameron McKellarth dropped out just about 2 laps into the race, and then Dakota Vega. I believe it was after, I didn't see when he retired, but I believe it was after one of the wrecks he was in. He worked the car, 44 laps down, so he made it about 16 or so in. Unfortunate for him, but he definitely needed points and won't get them tonight. Saw a fight. Oh my goodness, and we got a big, wow. What in the world is happening? Grava gets hit again by the 16. That's surely going to bring out a caution. Wow, I tab back and there's cars inside of cars. What a crazy wreck that was. Right now we're at 13 to go. Do you pit? 13. Yeah, 13. Sorry, said double check. Wasn't sure if my ticker updated, but yeah, 13 to go. Do you pit this time? If it goes all the way to the end, you're going to be out of luck if you pit. Brad will lead them down pit road. We'll take a look at what happened in just a sec. It looked like a warp wreck. That was the 6th and the... Oops, wrong way. Was it 6 and the 16? No, 6 and 13. Yeah, so Grava and Amaya both in that wreck. I'm interested to see how that happened, but for now, Dunlaprad looks to get another perfect stop here. He definitely will need it, as I believe they'll be taking the green right at 10 to go, so important pit stop. He gets out first. Victor Delgado. Noah Dagenhart, another not great pit stop. He's going to drop to 4th. Zach Armstrong gets ahead of him. And he's back up into 3rd. Like I said, he was struggling earlier, but crawled his way back bit by bit. And while we have the chance, let's take a look at what happened and how that warp wreck began. Oh, yeah. Amaya's just driving. Grava just spawns there. And I think his car's dead. I think after that, his car was dead. Oh, sideswipe there, and then the 6 gets hit by the 16. Wow, what a crazy wreck. And I want to see this. How this is on board with the 6. And just he's inside the 13 the whole time. Then he gets sideswiped and then plowed by the 16. I mean, not much you can do there if you're Spradling. There's just car warping all the way across the track. And I believe, yeah, I think his engine is dead. So that'll be the end of the day for him. And wow, they went green quick. We're back rolling. Sorry about that. It did go green that time by. It didn't take another lap to settle in. Everybody was caught up, but LaPrade leads them. Dagenhart already got back by Armstrong. Out back, Amaya is going to try and make some moves. He's looking to get back up to the front after that very unfortunate wreck. Our third DNF of the night comes at lap 60. And the 29 is back to second, where he needs to be to chase down Dunlap-Brad. Oh, almost in the wall goes the 15. Not much else going on out back. The fight right now is going to be up front with the 29 hunting down the 74. Oh, wow. Huge warp from the 22. He's been warping pretty much all race. I thought I saw a wreck. And there'll go into the wall hard. Back up onto the track. He won't get hit by anybody, but there was a huge wreck behind. Friesen Rodriguez flying up in the air. He hit the 13 of Amaya. Oh my goodness, that 13 might be done for the night. Caution is surely to come back out. And it does. What a massive wreck on the backstretch there. There was two things that happened. The 22 self-spun and hit the wall, and then I think it was the 47. Somebody back there self-spun and did the same thing. And I think that was a 2-car back there. And the 13 flew back up on the track in front of the 66. Humongous hit, but multiple cars involved in that one. Let's take a look. That was absolutely insane. Well, first take a look at the 22, since nothing really happened with him. But he just hits the wall, hits the inside wall. Luckily, the 16 and 69 avoid him. And there you see the flying cars. Let's take a look at how that happened. On board with Friesen Rodriguez. Oh, this 13 and 47. And he just... Oh, I think he got hit from the back there, too. Which did not help. Here is Miles Fox's view of this. You see the two cars up there, blue car and black car, get into each other. The 13 goes back up the track, and yeah, I think the 66 was going to hit him anyways, but Miles Fox got really lucky there because he almost got caught up in that huge crash. Only a few cars down pit road, and that is the cars that were damaged. But we're on lap 69 right now. Gonna be 70 if they go green this time, which I think they will, just for the sake of doing more green flag lap. But it'll be point of no return, so I'll be interested to see how these drivers handle that. Again, Dunlap-Brad has led every single lap at this point. Does he make a mistake? Does he get turned by Dagenhart or somebody else at this point? What? I'm curious to see what'll go down in these last few laps. We'll hit 5 to go at the line this time. Looks like every car is going to make it back out in time, in plenty of time, actually. I just can't get over how big of a wreck that was. I was focused on the 22 up front. He was in, I believe, 5th at the time, and then all of a sudden I see a flying Friesen Rodriguez out back, hitting the 13. How insane is that? And they will be going green this time. So last restart of the day, 5 to go at the line. This will be Dunlap-Brad's real test. He's led everything up to this point. And he hold on for another 5 and take the victory. Green flags in the air. Oh, we already got a spin. That is the 84 Crystal Bennett. She's around out back. Not sure if she got some help there or if that was solo, but back up front Good restart from the top three. A little bit of separation after Rodriguez. Back to Gunther. Another car on the wall. That's Braden Coria. Big lunge from that 29. He's looking to make a move. Darlington is a tough track to pass. He'll have to use up a couple of these laps to set up the pass. You can't just go for it in one lap. We got a wreck in the back. Victor Delgado, and that is Kenneth Miller in the 11, who's actually spun. He saw Delgado a bit out of shape, but no caution as we are at point of no return. LaPrade keeping a fair gap between himself and Dagenhart. And he is shifting now. This is important. This is where you gotta really make the most of your tires. Not much movement, but here comes the 29. Dagenhart looking to make a move. We got another spinner in the back. That's the 16, but the fight for the lead is on. Side by side through 1 and 2. Dagenhart looking to make a move. Almost clear of the 74, and he is. The 60 of Daniel Rodriguez looks to follow. Can't get it done immediately. But the 74 Don LaPrade has his first challenge of the night, and he loses the lead to Noah Dagenhart. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go here around Darlington. Can Noah hold on for 1 more lap? Does Don LaPrade have it in him to get it back? Down the backstretch for the final time. The 29 car making a return to Essex. Through 3 and 4, LaPrade nowhere near. Noah Dagenhart is going to come out of turn 4. He'll take the win at Darlington. What a race and what a great pass by the 29. Don LaPrade led, I believe, I'll have to double check, but I believe he led 72 laps. Dagenhart led 2. And it was 2 of the most important ones. What a great race for him. And Don LaPrade has something to go home and be proud of. Full most laps led, finished P2. Just had an unlucky finish. Couple mistakes there. It looked like he slipped up coming out of turn 4. But great run from the 29. We're going to see him burn it down here. And we'll see if we can get some interviews here. Don't know who will be open to it, but we'll do 1 or 2 if possible, since it is late. But I believe that is Dagenhart's first win in the series, so a great way to get your first win. And let's see if we can get some interviews here. Well, unfortunately, I don't have perms to move anybody to my channel, but again, a great win for Dagenhart. Congrats to him. That was a great race overall. I mean, you know, we had a couple of spotty moments, especially at the start there with the caution cooldown and everything, but the green flag run we had was great. Great looking paint scheme here, by the way. I didn't really note that, but that is a real nice looking paint scheme. RCR 29. I think that's what that is, but again, congrats to Noah Dagenhart on the win. And this was Jonathan Salos here for Essex Race 8 of 14 at Darlington Raceway. Thanks for watching and hope to see you again soon. Stream in Essex.